Rev up your engines! Today we're going to try a little repair on this 2016 Honda Odyssey and give you a warning. And that's this. Do not leave your car windows open if it's going to rain, because this car was left in the rain with the window open. This all filled up with water. The alarm wouldn't work, the heated seats wouldn't work, the rear windshield wouldn't work, the car wouldn't even start. So he took out the whole assembly. All of this, air dried it, put it back in. But still, heated seats don't work, the wipers don't work. Realize everything on a modern car is computerized. That window control unit has a little microprocessor built into it. You can get electricity, short out all kinds of things if that shorts out, because realize that's a live circuit. So it's got power. They're locking your doors and stuff even when the car's not turned on. So it could have damaged the main computer. It has. He's probably going to live with the problems that it has. But let's start with the most logical thing. We're going to find all the fuse boxes and check them out. So start under the hood. When we get our giant circuit tester, hook this up to the battery. We're going to turn the key on. Then we're going to check all the fuses we can find. So we'll go inside. We want to power things up. We might as well just start it up. Now if there are any blown fuses, one side will show power, one side won't have power. So we'll start checking them. So here we go. That's 14.1, 14.1. 14.1, 14.1, 14.1. Okay, none of the big ones are blown. Well, those are all good, so let's move over here to the next fuse box. We'll start checking them all. 14, 14, 14, 13.9, that's close enough. Well, those all check out okay. Now, those are the obvious ones. So I'm going to go to my all data system and see where every single fuse box is in this thing so we can check them all. Well, it turns out there's one hidden under here somewhere too. And there it is. Right there. So we're going to check all these fuses. It's a good thing we got a long cord. That's what I like about this tester. Not only does it have big letters on it, but hey, it's got a long cord so you can test all over the place. Here we go again, testing all of these. Well, finally I found a bad one. You can see this is 13.8 and the other side is 0. So we'll change that fuse. Now unfortunately that didn't fix our problem, but I did notice the top fuse down here, the number 4 fuse, only had 2 volts, and that's the one that powers here. So let's take this apart. Well, it's easy, it just pops up, so we can pop it out, check it. The power to it, I disconnected. I'm going to check every one of these prongs. Now since we disconnected this from the switch assembly, that takes the switch assembly out. It doesn't affect it. This is the power going in and the power going out. Now the problem here is the power going in on some of these is not correct. This one's only 2.4 volts like the other one, and this one is only 10.9 volts. Computer module supplies it voltage. It's not supplying the right amount of voltage, so unfortunately when this all got full of water, it shorted stuff out, went back and shorted out a computer. Now the heated seats, the wiper, and that one door lock doesn't work because it's not feeding power from the computer to activate those correctly. Computer shot, and he's not going to buy another computer. The car runs perfectly fine. The rear wiper doesn't work, the heated seats don't work, but hey, most of the other stuff works. You can see it's got a zillion codes, 46 of them, which is no surprise because the computer's been damaged. For example, we'll go to the PCM. Internal control module malfunction. Control unit, PCM. It's damaged the PCM. But otherwise it runs okay. They're lucky it even runs. It didn't after it got wet, but after he dried it off, it ran. But you can see it's damaged the main computer, which costs a small fortune. I tried to erase all the codes with a quick erase, but it won't erase a bunch of them because it knows there's permanent problems in the PCM. But on the other hand, it doesn't run all that bad. Starts right up fine. The gear shift decently. That is the problem with these things. They often have transmission problems. Got a little wobble there, and somebody a little while ago checked the fluid and they said there's some metal filing, so the transmission's starting to go out too. So they're probably going to get rid of it and get something else anyway. Just the fact that the window was open and this got full of water, fed through, shorted out the computer, and kabloomy. Because otherwise it runs really good. I mean, they've sold a lot of these things. They've been building them since 1995. I personally prefer the Sienna van, but hey, you can't blame this one on Honda. It was because this window was left open and got wet. Although, yeah, you can blame the transmission on Honda because It had metal shavings, and I got a little jiggle when it shifted. Now eventually the transmission will go out. Hey, it's a shame. It's a good car, but this will warn other people. Do not make other people's mistakes. Let them make it and learn from them. It's not costing you anything to watch this video. She hadn't left it roll down, water wouldn't have filled up with it, and it wouldn't have fed back and shorted out the computer. The only time I ever see these Honda PCMs go bad is when they're in flood water or something like this, where part of the car gets flooded and it feeds back and shorts out the computer. Because, I mean, this thing had all those codes, 40-something codes, and they're all related to the PCM. One even said PCM. Since the transmission's gone out anyways, hey, if it was me, I'd drive it till the wheels fall off, or if they don't want to do that, they can just go get another vehicle, which probably, knowing Honda automatic transmission, since there's shavings and it has a wobble, 20 or 30, 40,000 miles at max, it'll go out and it will cost a fortune to replace. These transmissions cost a fortune on Hondas. That's one of the biggest problems they've always had. But this one, no, the main problem is operator error, leaving a window rolled down during the rainstorm. That's how complex cars are these days. Something as dumb as that can go back, knock out the computer. They're just lucky that it only knocked out the heated seats and a door lock and the wiper on the back, and it didn't keep it from not even running. Well, at least for now it's running, because first it wouldn't even start, and he had to take it out and dry all that switch assembly out. But the damage had been done. They're lucky it didn't go far enough to short out driver circuits in the computer that run the car. It was only ancillary stuff. So, hey, well, live and learn, and you can learn from other people's mistakes, so you won't be in this pickle. Just roll those windows up when you leave the car. You don't know if it's going to rain later, or somebody's going to come by with a hose, some crazy kids, and squirting in it. When I was young, kids used to do that all the time. They see something open, they'd hose water down and laugh. So, now you know how to prevent damage. Keep the windows rolled up. And here's some bonus questions and answers. Well, I warned people don't buy these Jeeps. Well, one woman didn't listen to me, and she bought a brand new 2024 Jeep Cherokee, and it's broken down 4 times in under a year, and it's always the suspension system keeps breaking. We're driving on the road, boom, suspension breaks. It has now been fixed 4 times for the same problem. And she says, the most frustrating part is that the Jeep company is not doing anything to identify or fix the root cause. They just keep replacing the airbags. So they keep replacing the airbags in the back, and they keep breaking. Obviously there's something wrong. Well, that's the problem. These people, if you ever been to one of these dealerships, they don't know what's going on. They're just parts changers. They don't really fix anything. Oh, that's broken. Okay, replace the part. Well, it's a brand new vehicle. And if it's broken 3 times, and then the 4th time, all they do is put the same part, of course it's going to break. Obviously, there's a problem. Either they have crappy parts that they're putting on, or it's designed wrong and it keeps puncturing the airbags. Doesn't surprise me. I mean, I've said it over and over again. Jeeps were pretty good vehicles. Then Chrysler bought American Motors just so they could get the Jeep name. The quality started to go down some. Mercedes-Benz turned it into Daimler Chrysler, and the quality of the Jeep started going up. They were putting better parts in. The Germans did a real good job, but then the Germans lost so much money buying Chrysler as a whole, because as a whole, it's a money-losing company. The Jeeps were making money, but the rest wasn't. Then they sold to Fiat, and then it goes down in Stellantis. Tons of Jeeps in Italy. Totally hard quality control. Saying things like a Jeep Renegade is a Jeep when it's just pretty much a rebadged 4-wheel drive Fiat 500. It's just insane how they've ruined the Jeep name. And in this case, this woman's finding that out. Hey, listen to me. Don't get in a hole like this woman did. Don't buy one of them in the first place. And you won't be worried about the airbags blowing, because you won't own it. Well, in the electric car world, now Hyundai, Kia, Genesis EVs now qualify for the $7,500 U.S. tax credit for the first time. Now, we need to put an asterisk there, because in the past, they did qualify for EV credit if you leased them instead of bought them. The law is supposed to make it that American-made stuff gets the $7,500 credit and the others don't. Well, Kia's, Genesis, they were all made outside the United States. But you could lease one and you could have gotten a credit in the past. Now they got a factory they opened up in Georgia where they're building them here in the United States. So they get the $7,500 tax credit. I still would say don't buy one. I'm not an electric car fan, and I'm certainly not a Korean car fan. They've been building Kias in the United States, the regular gasoline ones, for quite some time. Blowing up engines, bad transmissions. I mean, they got all kinds of problems. It's not like it was in the past. past, I checked out a 6-month-old Kia, and the engine was shot already. Oh, we got to recall them. We didn't build those engines right. And that was 2024, so I'm not that enamored with their quality. I certainly wouldn't buy one. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.